Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And I want to just start off this message by letting you know up front, this is a tough message for the first minute or so. And then after that, there's a lot of encouragement. But we have to get through this first minute. It's almost like, hey, you know what? We have to understand the truth of what's happening. And then we give ourselves permission to decide how we're going to react and then respond to the truth. So this is all about a 30-year study that was recently published on 10,000 men and women. And it basically was asking the question, what is a big driver for sadness and depression today? And basically what they came down to, one of the biggest drivers today is sugar consumption. I know, right? You're thinking, what? Sugar consumption? Well, you know what they basically said? The more sugar we take in, the more depressed and anxious we will be, period, regardless of what's going on around us. And we certainly know there's a lot of stress and sadness and stuff, really hard, dark stuff going on around all of us today. And unfortunately, when we're feeling this kind of stress, this constant level of stress, you look out and you just go, oh my goodness, you put your guard up first thing in the morning and you want to navigate, you want to know, but you don't want to know. And it's a very, very gentle, tenuous walk on the razor's edge. And when we're in that space, just our nervous system and our physiology and our neurochemistry, we tend to crave more refined carbohydrates. And yes, we're eating more cookies and cake, but we're also drinking a lot more alcohol, according to research. And it's actually influencing the deepening of the darkness and the depression and the anxiety. So here's what they found out, is that as little as 60 grams a day, you may think, wow, that seems like a lot, but you know what I'm gonna tell you? The average American, this is really something, the average American is taking in 90 grams of sugar every single day. And it only takes 60 grams. Once you get above 60, you definitely are moving into more depression, more sadness, more anxiety. Now we're over here at 90 in this country, 60 is the threshold. So that extra 30 grams is really, really helping to influence this study and really encourage more and more sadness, depression, and anxiety. So, you know, what you have to do, number one, you have to understand that when the world is doing what it's doing presently, and we're taking in the news and we're seeing the sadness, and we've certainly got stuff going on in our lives with our families and our jobs and our stuff, it's easy to reach for sugar. It's easy to overconsume alcohol. So we just have to get very encouraged by the idea that if we can take a stand, you know, each and every morning, one of the most important things we can do, research shows that just eating a good breakfast, when I say a good breakfast, you got some good protein, you got some good healthy fats, you try to steer clear of the refined carbohydrates, you already are going to bring about a 50% increase in a likelihood that you will underconsume sugar for the rest of the day. So if all I do is eat breakfast, I don't actually have to work on willpower as much. I'm already halfway home. So there's number one. Number two, when you move your body for as little as 12 minutes, a 12-minute and ideally like an interval walk, so you walk fast for 2 minutes, then you walk slow for a minute, then 2 minutes fast, just for 12 minutes total, that improves your insulin sensitivity, which will lower your sugar cravings. It actually pushes your blood glucose into the muscle, so you're not feeling that sense of needing more sugar. It actually helps you stay more in balance. And this is interesting as well. We know that one of the biggest drivers to making our amygdala, the part of our fear center in our brain, drive is a lack of connection to our source. Call it God, call it your heart, call it the light, call it the universe, call it something bigger than all of us. But we connect to that part of ourselves through prayer or meditation. Studies show there's a direct relationship to lowering cortisol, lowering anger, lowering fear, lowering sadness. We change the chemistry in our mind to actually help our physiology, our personality, our self to be less about craving sugar and more about craving connection. Connection with our truth, connection with our soul, connection with people we love, connection with peace. So we've got 3 things to do. Eat our breakfast, move our bodies for 12 minutes, pray and meditate for a few minutes each and every day, and watch your need for sugar go down. There's an opportunity here. We are in the sugar blues and we are deeply in this right now, but we can pull ourselves out. Self-love, self-awareness, self-compassion, they're all social activism, and we need to be the change we want to see in the world. We can do this. We can do this. Let's do this. Much love and every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.